PhiPhirock.
Bonsoir, Méditerranée et de PhiPhirock pour le moi-même.
Bonsoir Fifi, bonsoir chers auditeurs. C'est parti, on commence tout de suite avec Meuse et la chanson Summer Love, suivi de Modern Nature avec Harvest.
I'm in the race, I'm on the get-go. I wanna skate, I want the XO. I want the XO. 1, 2, 3. Summer love, summer love is summer love, summer love is silence is song. We won't remember summer love, summer love.
nothing ability.
Un nouveau titre de Muzz, Knuckle Duster, suivi de The Stroppies avec Burning Bright.
The apple awaited back when we had some truth. Back when your friends were still calling. I hesitated, was surprised to find you making all the same mistakes again. Like some alternate ending. Streets are on fire.
pretty.
On vous propose donc un spectacle, la Glitter Fever Rennes 2. Ce sera le 19 septembre à 20h, donc à la MJC de Bréquigny. Donc par contre, nous rappelons sous réserve que les conditions sanitaires le permettent. La soirée burlesque, rock, glamour, sexy et déjantée, qui a fêté ses 10 ans d'existence, débarque à Rennes une nouvelle fois. Pour cette seconde édition, 6 artistes se relayeront sur scène pendant 1h30 pour un show inédit et votre plus grand plaisir.
Avec quoi?
On écoute tout de suite Banana Gun avec The Master, suivi de Wire et la chanson Small Black Reptile, et enfin Whirling Blackouts Coastal Fever avec The Only One.
see a small black reptile broadened at the shoulder, and a swing at the hips. Room for a big fish, a crack out the whips, demander of service, and generous tips. Narrow in the eye and a pull wall, the bow on the purse strings. Diaries full, arrangements fixed. Room for a big fish, a crack of whips, demander of service, and generous tips. Of office, extensive place, cultivating beds, expensive days. Room for a big fish, a crack of whips, demander of service, and generous tips. A crossing of arms, the stocking of cheeks, the appetite rich from scaling peaks. Room for a big fish, a crack of whips, demander of service, and generous tips.
on the day she walked away. Couldn't catch my breath, had nothing to give. Sometimes you gotta die before you live. I crossed the doorstep and I could not turn back. Whole new world, a whole new plan of attack. My little sister stood with tears in her eyes. You can't move forth without leaving something behind. Don't hate me, sis, just try to forgive. Sometimes you gotta die before you live. So rest in peace, my grieving days. In the ground is where you'll stay. Rest in peace, that sneering voice. Time erases what fear destroys. Time erases what fear destroys. We were gonna be the loudest in the land, a monumentally high energy kind of man. But as the drinks had flown, the sparks began to fly. You said things to my face and it changed up the whole vibe. I'm glad you left and I hope you find your light. My needle's pointing to a different space and time. Try to look on it positive. Sometimes you gotta die before you live. That's right. So rest in peace, my grieving days. In the ground is where you'll stay. Rest in peace, that sneering voice. Time erases what fear destroys. Time erases what fear destroys. Let's go. Don't go thinking that your story's gonna end. It's not like it's meant to go how you expected it. I've learned to love the shore since I was set adrift. So many souls I miss. Sometimes you gotta die before you live. Let me say something. Rest in peace, my grieving days. In the ground is where they stay. Rest in peace, that sneering voice. Time erases what fear destroys. Time erases what fear destroys. Time erases what fear destroys. Time erases what fear destroys.
Lundi 20h-21h, PhiPhirock.
Vous venez d'écouter Sammy Brew avec Die Before You Live.
Mais tu ne seras de cette fois-ci. Obéis-moi, ou pas vous payer. Cette semaine, des Waterboys.
The Waterboys, tout à fait, Fifi. Formé à Édimbourg en 1983, le groupe est conduit par le compositeur, chanteur et guitariste Mike Scott, seul membre permanent depuis cette date. Étudiant en littérature et en philosophie, Mike Scott s'oriente vers le rock avec le groupe Another Pretty Face avant de former The Waterboys avec le multi-instrumentiste Anthony Thistlethwaite et le batteur Kevin Wilkinson. Le groupe a abordé différents styles musicaux durant son existence, mais la majeure partie de sa musique peut être décrite comme un mélange de musique folk celtique et de rock and roll ou folk rock. On écoute tout de suite The Hammerhead Bar, suivi de Medicine Bow.
Anto took me down to Whistler's place. It was like a scene from a dream. Tarantulas, drapes, magic mushroom cakes, sharks hanging from the beams. Dave Ruffian was there with a sad-eyed girl, the son of Ringo Starr. It was a night like any other, man, at the Hammerhead, the Hammerhead. The Hammerhead Bar, Hammered roadies from Uriah Heep were comparing stomach tattoos. Two had Satan, one had Tom Payton, one had a belt-shaped bruise. In a spotlit corner, a famous DJ was showing a starlet his scars. Yeah, it was all for one and one for all, like the Hammerhead, the Hammerhead. At the Hammerhead Bar. Three groupies were gargling umbrella drinks under the eye of the ox. The first sect of a second, about the third, she's as square as a f***ing box. Fifth stencil turned up on cue with a pickled skull in a jar. There was always something intriguing to do at the Hammerhead, the Hammerhead. At the Hammerhead Bar. The local MP, a Tory grandee, Sir Buffton, Fairbairn, smart. They're dressed like a cross between Robert the Bruce and Napoleon Bonaparte. Was busy murdering Billy Joels, just the way you are. It was business as usual, sunny boys at the Hammerhead, the Hammerhead. At the Hammerhead Bar. On the stroke of midnight, Whistler said, "Let us now toast the deceased." And he sank his snout in a stained glass keg of alcohol and yeast. 9 Lithuanian dancing girls, each sucking a fat cigar. And jitterbugged along the beer-strewn top of the Hammerhead, the Hammerhead. Of the Hammerhead Bar. Those days are gone, those dancing days of bacchanal, of drink. Whistler sleeps with mermaids, groupies are extinct. The famous DJ is doing time for acts nude and bizarre. And only dust remains of the Hammerhead, the Hammerhead. The Hammerhead Bar. Of the Hammerhead Bar. Of the Hammerhead Bar. Of
Leurs chansons, pour une large partie d'entre elles, écrites par Scott, contiennent de manière récurrente des références littéraires et sont fréquemment empreintes de spiritualité. Après 10 années d'enregistrement et de tournée, la formation musicale se sépare en 1993 et Mike Scott poursuit une carrière solo. Le groupe se reforme en 2000 pour l'album A Rock in the Railroad, suivi de Universal Hall en 2003, puis en 2007 Book of Lightning et An Appointment with Mr. Yates en 2011, qui est un recueil de textes du poète anglais enregistré par une formation renouvelée. On continue avec The Waterboys et la chanson Medicine Jack, suivie de The Soul Singer.
away with being rude, 'cause everyone's scared of his quicksilver moods, the soul singer. He's been around for 50 years, every crease of his face is a souvenir, the soul singer. He's seen it all, made every move, dude's got next to nothing left to prove. Climbed to the top, been through the ringer, ladies and gentlemen, the soul singer. Likes to grumble, loves to scoff about all the cats who ripped him off, the soul singer. His all-time favorite song is the one about how the world done him wrong, the soul singer. They call him curmudgeon, say he's a churl, stories follow him round the world. Hear this one, man, a humdinger, ladies and gentlemen, the soul singer. Expert scholar wherever he goes, but what's in his mind, none of them knows, the soul singer. He's done crazy, he's suffered loss for the life that he lives, he's paid the cost, the soul singer. Some say he's the bomb, the very bee's knees, poet prince of the high trapeze, the jazzmatazz, the king swinger, ladies and gentlemen, the soul singer. Part of 3 decades, brooding under a pair of shades. Who's that masked man? No second stringer, ladies and gentlemen, the soul singer. Plays his cards close to his chest, protecting himself the way he knows best, the soul singer. Deals out only the canniest part of the sweet golden music that lives in his heart, the soul singer. The great recordings still remain from when his genius was uncontained. He's in there somewhere, that old gunslinger, ladies and gentlemen, the soul singer. La 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 la, the soul singer. La 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 la, the soul singer.
On peut vous payer demander où.
Et parmi les membres du groupe, Steve Wickham a joué un rôle important. Il intègre la formation qui s'établit à Dublin et dévoile en 88 l'album Fisherman's Blues, un retour aux sources du folk celtique couronné d'un disque d'or. The Waterboy s'est destiné à servir le propos artistique de Mike Scott, plus de 50 musiciens participant à la saga du groupe. Le multi-instrumentiste Anthony Thistlethwaite, le batteur Kevin Wilkinson et Roddy Lorimer au cuivre sont ses plus fidèles compagnons. Guy Chambers, J.D. Doherty, Sharon Shannon ou Ian McNabb font des apparitions plus ou moins marquantes au fil de 30 ans de carrière.
Et on a fait avec
C'est parti avec Freak Street, suivi de If the Answer is Here.
I don't know who's playing. There's this new sort of thing. Music plays.
I was zero to her, she was faithful to me. I became a hero to her, then she was grateful to me. Then Emperor Nero to her, and she was hateful to me. It happened on Freak Street. It happened on Freak Street. It happened on Freak Street. Freak Street.
Remember 2A? Did we ever hang out at the place?
I floated with her, I drifted with her, showboated with her, and grifted with her, was misquoted by her, and uplifted by her. It happened on Freak Street. It happened on Freak Street. It happened on Freak Street. Freak Street. She was the most beautiful girl in radio. I used to see her dressed in such elegant clothes. She was the most beautiful girl in radio.
So there's upstairs. Not quite jam situation.
I no longer cared, but I was still keeping score. Like a rat in a snare, I came back for more. Bewitched by her hair and the perfume she wore. She left me standing there in a second-hand store. It happened on Freak Street. It happened on Freak Street. It happened on Freak Street. Happened on Freak Street. Happened on Freak Street. Freak Street. Freak Street. Freak Street. Freak Street. Freak Street. Freak Street.
Upstairs. Not quite jam situation.
Can you tell me the truth without softening its punch? And stick with me, baby, when push comes to crunch. Can you shake your bones to a number of truths? And remember that the world don't revolve around you. Can you live with a man without becoming his mother? Do you need a dedicated full-time lover? If the answer is no, 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 sayonara, dear. But if the answer is yeah, 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 come right over here. Do you find 30 Rock and crazy or funny? Are you proof against fashion? Can you take or leave money? Do you love cashmere worn close to your skin? If I knock on your heart, will your heart let me in? Do you own your own shadow? Do you make your own light? Would you like to cuddle down with me tonight? If the answer is no, 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 sayonara, dear. But if the answer is yeah, 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 come right over here. I don't mind if you don't have a clue who played sax on Memphis Soul Stew. I don't care if you don't know who tried to pull Sister Flo. Can you lead when you need to, yet sometimes be led? Can you tell me the last 6 books you read? Can you reach for the stars while you stand in the dirt? Wear a motorcycle jacket with a long black skirt. Meet success and failure with a peel of laughter. And live elegantly ever after. Go the extra mile, do it all in style. And take a tumble with me for a while. If the answer is no, 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 sayonara, dear. answer is yeah, 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 come right over here. If the answer is yeah, 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 come right over here. If the answer is yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then available.
En 2015, l'album Modern Blues enregistré à Nashville se classe numéro 14. Fort de ce nouvel élan encouragé par le public, Mike Scott s'attelle à la composition du double album Out of All This Blue, classé numéro 8. Et cette même ambition l'anime lors de l'enregistrement de Where the Action Is en 2009 et du dernier album Good Luck Seeker qui est sorti cette année.
Et voyez un peu
Bonne soirée à tous sur Radio Laser et à lundi prochain. En attendant, on vous laisse avec If I Was Your Boyfriend, suivi de The Golden Work. Au revoir Fifi, au revoir à tous.
If I was your boyfriend, I'd get myself a cool car and drive it to the village where you live, if it ain't too far. And we'd have us a heyday in your rustic nest. That's if I could steal you away from your other guests. 'Cause there'd be no Wi-Fi, 'cause the signal is weak, and the windows are drafty, and your four-poster creaks. Or maybe I could lure you out of your country home, back to the city where we could be together alone. If I was your boyfriend, if I was your boyfriend, sparks would fly. You'd try to be clever all the time, and baby, so would I. You'd be outwitting my wit, keeping me perplexed, poking at my personality in a game of intellectual sex. But I'd kinda like it, and you'd like it too. And we'd get to the real thing maybe after a month or two. And once we were intimate, baby, I suspect we'd find I'd be tender in your arms, and you'd be honey in mine. If I was your boyfriend, if I was your boyfriend, sugar, we'd have fun. Whether either of us turned out to be the other's one. We'd go to the West End, find some music and dance. Dance would lead to talk, talk would lead to romance. We'd sashay down Soho, through the glittering mob, cardigan over your shoulders, hair in a funky bob. And we'd cut through Leicester Square to see the lights explode, then go buy some books on Charing Cross Road. If I was your boyfriend, if I was your boyfriend, I'd screw up now and then, 'cause no one gets it right all the time, especially men. But my heart would be loyal, and my hands would be kind, and I'd love every turn of your far-out, elegant mind. Friday night would find us in a hotel by the coast. We'd close the door behind us, and I'd draw you close. And we'd put on some Marvin to fill the room with grace. Make love by candlelight so we could see each other's face. If I was your boyfriend, if I was your boyfriend, if I was your boyfriend, if I was your boyfriend.
like a Julie Fletcher fly. I'll wait for a simple western road to the corner of the Cornish Maze. Not in my